Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today's card is a cute fun fold, and it is for a graduation because that is going to be upon us sooner than we think. I am using a stamp set in our annual catalog, Bird's Eye View, and I do believe it will not be in the new catalog, so you might want to take a look at grabbing it. It is adorable, these birds with the spectacles there. It even has a monocle here, and you can have it on its on a branch, and also these cute books. So let me show you how I made this quick little fun fold here. Now you'll notice here these fun letters in the inside. I created my own words using the alphabet dies, and I do believe those are leaving us as well. I honestly was so excited to see all the other stuff in the catalog that I really didn't pay a whole bunch of attention, but make sure you look at my blog post because the retiring list is up, the things that will not be carrying over into the annual 2024-25 catalog, and also the bundles that will carry over but will not be packaged at the 10% discount. So take a look at that so you are aware. On April 9th, the discounted prices will come out and up to 60% off. So take a look at that. But I'm going to be using the alphabet. I did use the alphabet on here, and I just created congrats grad. And then on the back, I just mimicked the front with some fun little books there. I used the Pretty Peacock gingham along with this print, this typeset print here. And that typeset print comes from that delightfully eclectic paper. It is delightfully eclectic for sure. Look at all those different patterns that are in there. And some of you may have got that during our last celebration as a freebie. So let's take a look here at another product I used here, and that's the Deckled Circles. That made a perfect focal point on the front of this card when you open it up there. And as I said, since you have the words in taking up the whole space in the middle, you can write on the back. Okay, so let's just take a look at how we did that. On this other card, I'm going to be using our mini alphabet dies, and they are staying, yay. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start out with a quarter sheet of cardstock, and that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And on this one, I put an entire 4" by 5 1/4 piece of DSP on this card. After I finished, I thought, oh, I didn't even have to actually do that. I could have conserved my paper a little bit. And I had a bunch of 2 by 6 pieces of the gingham left over from a different project, a whole stack of them. So I decided to go ahead and just do this because you're not going to be seeing the middle anyhow. So what we're going to do is grab some of our glue, and I'm going to go ahead and put, now these pieces here are 1 3/8, okay? 1 3/8 by 5 1/4. And you're going to find out, oh, actually, are they 1 or 1 no, they're 1 1/8. 1 1/8. And I'm just going to pop those right there, and I'm going to have a 1/8 inch border the whole way around the card. But these are 1 1/8 by 5 1/4, and you're going to find out with the other part of the fun fold why it's 1 1/8. Come on, glue, cooperate with me. There we go. It listened to me, yay. Okay, so then we're just going to pop this. I love the gingham as well. That is one that's actually going to go on my list as one to pick up before the end of the catalog as well. So we've got that gingham on there, knowing that this part isn't going to be showing. So the piece that goes to create the fun fold is actually 7 1/4 wide by 5 1/4, because it's going to line up with the 5 1/4 here. So there's that border still left there. So it's actually going to go right here, and you can see it's going to be flush here. So once again, it's 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and it gets scored at 1 3/8, 2 1/2, 4 3/4, and 5 7/8. There you go. And so what we're going to do now is put our DSP on here. That's where I got the measurement for here, because this is 1 3/8. So if you bring it in an eighth on each side, you're going to have 1 1/8. And I trimmed down I used the opposite side of the gingham, because you have that that gingham is so cool. I love that. So I used the smaller check on those sides there. So let's just go ahead and put that on these two outer sections. And of course you can use this design of a card. I haven't made one of these for a long time. You can use any pattern. This is great for using up little strips of DSP you have around, and then you just need one nice focal image on the flaps when they open up, like kind of like a gatefold. So we're just putting that so that we have that about the same amount the whole way around. And sometimes it's just hard to see with the lighting here. Okay, so that's going to be closing in to create this little gatefold that opens up. And so I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back of here as well. Whoop, there we go. We can go ahead and be generous right there. And then we're just going to pop this on. We're going to close it here and just get a good eyeball of the same amount on each, the left and the right. And then you have your little opening there, and you have the contrast of the two DSPs there. Here it's monochromatic, but you could actually on this one it became monochromatic because of the two different, these are different DSP packs, but it became monochromatic. Here we're actually using the same DSP from the same pack, but you could use, you know, anything you want there. Now this inside section ends up being 2 and I believe a half, but let me double check that. It is, yes, it's no, it's actually 2 1/4. So it's 2 1/4, and it's going to have a 2-inch by 5 piece, just like this DSP went a little shorter. It was 1 1/8, but it came down to 5 inches. Now all these measurements are underneath the YouTube description, and also under the description you'll see visit my blog here. If you press that link, it takes you over to cindyleebedesigns.com, and you can see all of the measurements and the products I use there as well. And so what we're going to do is we have 1 1/8 by 5, and this is 2 inches by 5. I just realized I took my wedding band off because I was doing something and my hand looks kind of naked. So what I did on this card here is, instead of doing the alphabet for the congrats grad, I decided to use our mini alphabet dies. And these are really cool because you can just do individual ones. You can actually run this through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and get all of the letters at one time. Or if you just needed an A and a K and an X and a U, you could just take little scraps and put over them. And when I do that, I lay my die face up. I lay on my acrylic plate. I lay it this way, and then I can look and see what I need, and I put my scrap there. I put a plate that is used to being cutted on. It is the plate I usually cut this way, but I put it on the top, and then it doesn't mar up a nice acrylic plate on the top. So that's my little trick for using that. And like I said, I'm very excited that these are carrying over into the new catalog. And what I did is I had to change it up here a little bit and put a little hyphen there, congrats grad, to fit it all on there. I tried to wiggle it around there, but I could not get it to work. And I ripped my S and I got some mess up there. So I just ended up putting some of the sequins on the inside of the card, and these are one of my favorite ones in the annual catalog, the adhesive backed sequins trio. I love it because it's got these iridescent white ones, these iridescent kind of pinky purpley blue, so they kind of like turn whatever color you want in the pinks and oranges and a little bit of a goldy tone. And beautiful, pretty peacock. I mean, can you beat that? So I put that right there in the middle here. And I don't plan on necessarily putting a message in here, but I did leave enough space. So if you want to put something in here, you definitely could. And actually, I think what would be cute in here is I might put another bird in here. So check back over on my blog and see what I end up putting in here. I think I might put a bird, another bird in there just to go with the front of the card. So what I did is I used a deckled circle, and that deckled circle, the larger one that borders, it's about 3.5 inches. And it is going to go right on the middle of the card so that you have the same amount of space on each side. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that on there. And make sure you're only getting it onto this part of only, you know, the one side. And I'm just playing around with getting it in the middle there. And you can see I don't have any glue over here to impede the card opening, because if you've got glue on there, it would. So you've got congrats grad there, okay? And then look how cute this little bird is here. I used my blends to color that, and I do believe, this was light parakeet, lemon light daffodil, berry burst, and those are the colors I used. So let's just put that on the front of the card. No, let's not put it on exactly yet, because I'm going to color in our books on the back here. And like I said, I used the light daffodil, and I just did the top of the book here in the light daffodil and the bound edge here. When I first started doing this card, I thought it was all going to be, you know, monochromatic, and then I said, oh no, it's kind of cool because I can use the card base and the DSP and make it monochromatic, but yet I can make it have some color popped into the books and the bird. So I just went with that and pulled that out, and since the beak on the bird was pumpkin pie, I just added that to the books. There. And then some of this light parakeet. We just used these colors when we used something I'm going to show you, I believe, on Friday. So I had all these colors in a box, and it just was perfect that I did not have to go searching too far. So here we go, green, and then I used my, did I use the dark or the light? I think I did use the dark. It looks like he's light there but dark down here, so we'll just go ahead and make this light here. I'll use that little fine tip brush when I'm getting in little spaces. Real delicate. And then usually just when I'm using blends, I have to kind of move around my paper so that I can see exactly where that point of my marker is going into. There we go. So we've got a lot of nice color on the back, and then you can write a great message encouraging your graduate there. So now we'll turn it over and we'll put our cute little bird. Oh, when I was in Houston at our conference, which was amazing, seeing new products, new colors, and all that fun stuff. My pre-order comes tomorrow on Wednesday, the day you're seeing this video. So I will be showing you some of that. Oh, let's get that bird straight here. Little birdie straight. I saw the cutest thing. Somebody used this bird, which is carrying over. Yes, actually that is carrying over into the new catalog. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm so excited. I just told you at the beginning of the video that I thought the bird's eye view was leaving, but it is staying. That's exciting because yes, I saw a card using some congrats and a bird on it. That's, yes. Oh, exciting. I hope I'm excited about it. Who knows? My mind's a little fuzzy lately, but a really cute card I saw that somebody had a bird and had a little pocket on the front of the card, and they put those lens cleaners for glasses. And I was taken back. I actually grabbed Janet Wakeland and said, "Get over here, look how cute this is." I just thought it was adorable because with the glasses, and I walk around with those lens wipes in my pocket, purse, everywhere that I go because my glasses are always getting dirty. So I thought it was so cute. I'll have to maybe make a card using that. But look how adorable that card is. And then you just turn it over and write your message. Super easy. Remember, this back card base is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you take this piece here, the folding mechanism, it was 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and we scored it at 1 3/8, 2 1/2, 4 3/4, and 5 7/8. And I am actually, I know it's 5 7/8. I just, that number's just, yeah, 5 7/8. And then you just, accordion fold that together there, and you could put anything on the front of his, except for I knew that we only had one graduation one in the January through April mini catalog, and I did not get that graduation stamp set, but I thought this is going to be a perfect card for graduation. I've got 2 of them. I'm already ready. I've got 2 cute little cards here. Look at these little birds. They're so adorable. And oh gosh, I'm so sorry I told you at the beginning of the video they were leaving. They are not leaving. They are staying, as well as the mini alphabet dies. But the gingham paper is going to be leaving us, and it is a great DSP. It came in Pretty Peacock, Blueberry Bushel, Berry Burst, and Pecan Pie. And those are all core colors that we have. So you might want to grab some of this paper now before it's gone, because it's just so versatile, and it's so it's just a perfect background for different cards. I mean, look how cute. It just adds that, and just a little bit of it went a long way. So I hope you enjoyed this cute little card using the bird's eye view. What a cute card. Great for graduation. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to text me or call me at 724-323-2296. Subscribe to my YouTube, and you will be notified on Wednesdays when I post a video. And also, you can subscribe to my blog. I like to post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and with a video on Wednesday, as I said. And also, you want to check out my Busy Bee Bag. A Busy Bee Bag, what is that, you say? It is an amazing kit that I am putting out where I put $22 to $25 worth of Stampin' Up! Product into your Busy Bee Bag. And then you also get 8 card kits with the envelopes that you can make the cards with. I always tell you what stamp set or dies that I'm featuring. April's Busy Bee Bag is featuring the ice cream swirl, but if you already have the ice cream swirl, or you don't care for this ice cream swirl stamp bundle, that's okay, because I work very hard to make the cards in the kits usable with any stamp set. So I would say that if you asked anybody who's been subscribing, they would agree that cards are easily adaptable to any stamp set you have, and what a great value. 8 card kits with the envelopes and a nice zippered bag that you can store craft supplies in, and it is mailed to you with a video and PDF instructions with $22 to $25 worth of Stampin' Up! Product in it. Last month's Busy Bee Bag had a full 12 by 12 pack of the translucent florals DSP, which is called Delightful Floral, and it had an entire pack of these sequins in it, and it had a half pack of the soft shimmer 12 by 12 paper. So as I said, it is super fun to make these for you guys, but I think it's even more fun for you guys when you open up the bag to find out what's in it. So make sure you check out that April Busy Bee Bag. You can sign up from the 15th of March until April 1st. April 1st, the registration is cut off. so that I can order and get everything mailed out to you. So check that out on my blog, cindyleebdesigns.com. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.